I'm not going to address Love Island only because there's nothing to talk about. Because the one actual couple that were genuine, they're gone. Per usual of this shit show that is Love Island season 7. RIP, worst show ever. So I want to talk about that lady, the Antipasto Lady Nicole. She's from, oh crap, what was her? Something Harvest, her Facebook, her Instagram, her TikTok page. Oh my god, it's too early. So her TikTok page, she's really a really cute lady. She's taken the TikTok world by storm. She came on here. I saw it on 4th of July, I think, and I immediately was into the story. I was like, oh my god, this poor woman. Like, you could just tell by somebody's aura when they're speaking, like if they're just good people, and that really breaks your heart when you're just like a genuinely normal, nice person, and you spend time. She moved from somewhere to, I think they're in Virginia, and she's like has a farm, and her son's best friend from school, the mom of the friend, invited her to like this quote unquote party get together. People are so hung up on the definition. A gathering of people is like a party. It's the same thing, people. It's not. Anyways, especially when you're older. Nobody actually parties when you're older. Like, it's going to be like a get together barbecue, same shit. So she goes and she has a beautiful garden with all this stuff. She makes the most delicious, beautiful antipasta salad with fresh ingredients and really gorgeous, like super expensive if you would buy at a store. She goes over with her son and the friend, and she walks in, and she doesn't know these people. She was invited from a friend of a friend or a family member or somebody, but they looked at her, somebody from the husband of the wife. There was a husband and wife of the house, and somebody looked at her like crazy. I think it was the husband, and was like, who are you, or something rude. First of all, I don't care. This is a woman with an antipasta salad that doesn't look crazy. I'm sorry. If she was like dressed like a homeless person, or she looked weird, or I would get the concern because people are weird. But she walked in with 2 kids and a freaking antipasta salad. This idiot goes outside and says there's some strange lady in the house. So somebody comes back in and like tells her, like, super rude. There's no excuse. And the aftermath of all of this happening is even worse. Like, just say, I am so embarrassed. Like, we're obviously having a bad day, and that's unacceptable. Any stranger that comes to my house with a salad and children, I'm gonna ask them politely, hey, how are you? I let me introduce myself, like, whatever. Like, she'll explain to you why she's there. I mean, what? There was no reason for that. They made her cry. She felt like an asshole, left the $45 valued salad, left and got on her TikTok and explained the story to everybody in tears, like choking up in tears. It was so sad. The aftermath, though, so this is what it was reminding me of. So the aftermath, so she says the story. She doesn't name names. She might have said one name, but, she's like, no one's going to know who this is. The internet it just shows people are insane. Like, we live in such a toxic world that people found her, and I think that's so weird. But anyways, so they found these people, and, of course the internet is like harassing them and all of that, but that's out of the lady's control. It's not like she wanted that to happen, but it's just a sad world we live in that people think they can behave that way. I don't care what happens. Like, if you're some loser threatening people online, you need help. So the lady comes on, the wife of the home, she comes on and makes a video, outs herself and makes a video and says, that's not what happened. We're not mean people. My husband's not mean. It's like, no, just apologize. Like, there's nothing you could say to validate that behavior. That behavior is disgusting. You don't treat a nice woman like that, ever. Like, why? I mean, they skipped, hi, how are you? What do you, who brought you here? This is my name. Welcome to my house. Nothing. Like, it could have been like a whole nother situation if they would have just asked questions. Like, so she freaks out, does that. She gets more hate. The husband then calls her because the lady videotaped the call or recorded the call and put it online. She's documenting everything because she could see, like, this is weird. And the way they treated her was weird. And these are like small towns or whatever. So she posted a video of so the husband calls her to quote unquote apologize. He's not really apologizing. He's kind of like making excuses for his behavior. Then they get a call, they get someone on an unmarked vehicle from the police station, goes to her house, leaves his like business card, and I guess they weren't home. And then she calls him back as she's recording the call to the department, the police department. And the guy's like, oh, we got a threatening message for whatever. I just wanted to talk to your husband. And she's like, well, why do you want to talk to my husband? He's not the one that called. And he's like, well, we got all these messages. It's like, first of all, is that how cops work? These little small towns, it reminds me of the Karen Reed trial. Like, how she could have really been set up. Like, she might be guilty, but she also could have been set up because these little towns and their police department, they think they own everything, and they're crooked, and they're like corrupt. Like, this was a corrupt phone call. He's like intimidating her, and he like went by himself, and he's like, well, we got like, they're trying to, and then somebody else told her like, you better watch your back because the guy of the family knows somebody of the police department. So all of this stuff, it's like, it just shows you, and over something so stupid, like, it just shows you these little towns, these little police departments need to be overseen by like other people to make sure that everyone is so corrupt is the point. And it's so messed up that they think they can intimidate, even the school system's intimidating her son, saying that they're leaking his like education records or whatever, his personal information. And it's almost like, what the hell, this is so crazy. So her name is Nicole, the really nice lady, and she's just going about her business, making videos about her. She's like a farmer. She's like a trad wife, and does all this cool recipes, and it's really educational, her page, about like, I don't know, jarring her fresh vegetables and like blah, 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 and what the plants are and what the this and that. So it's really fun. She keeps doing that, but I feel really bad for her, and her husband's really nice too. And I just hope they get like Ring cameras and maybe just hire a temporary security or something for outside. I would do that. I would freak out because she has like this big land, and I would be like, who's where? And she has dogs. If they touch those dogs and they mess with those dogs, then forget it. Like, it's going to be crazy. So she needs to protect those dogs at all costs. These people that happen with, they seem like really low class, unkind people, and people like that don't care, and they're just not good people. So it doesn't mean they're horrible people, but they are kind of a-holes people, and they just seem like that. They keep it going, and they whatever, they're not like being mature about it. So anyways, it's kind of freaking me out. It just made me think of the Karen Reed case, how it can like escalate and like kind of tumble like that, and they can frame you, and they can say this, and they know people here and they know people there, and that kind of pisses me off. So it's kind of good that she's documenting everything, because it's all hearsay, right? So, and if she's new to the town and she doesn't know anyone, and it's all like those other people that are popular, but they're like ugly popular people, then she needs all that documented. But everybody's like freaking out over here. I just hope people stop acting poorly on her behalf, because it doesn't help her. You don't want to be like the people that are acting poorly. So I don't know. I'm invested, and I hope everything stays okay for her. And her poor kid, though, her poor son, like, I would like, that's, I hate people.